Love has a sister Penelope too. They both shift, one's fine, one's chunky. So if you're not a chunky fan, I understand. This is gonna change that though. So we're gonna come out of our light. We're gonna take our wet layer. So this is just, like I said, a mulch, so rubber base, anything that you have like that will work. I'm gonna put my wet layer down. And you wanna put a good, I'm gonna use non-technical terms just because schmoozy just means not thin, not thick. So somewhere in the middle, and it's covering the whole nail. So you don't want a whole bunch of product, but you don't also want it so thin that there's bare spots, because then your glitter is gonna not stick to those bare spots. So a good schmoozy layer. And then I'm gonna take my glitter. You can do it one of two ways. If you're a product saver, you can take a junky brush that you don't care what happens to it, and you can tap it into the layer. Or if you don't mind, you can also tap into it. So it just depends on how you feel. Some people do not want to tap their gel over this stuff because they can't use what fell on their client and they have to throw it away. So if you have a junky brush, you can do it the same way. I am a tapper because you tend to get more glitter in there if you tap. So I'm just gonna tap it like I'm sugaring. This is technically like sugaring, but there's a couple extra steps that are gonna help it stay more smooth than you would if you sugared. So all I'm doing is tapping the glitter on, and I'm rotating the nail to make sure all the majority of the black is covered up. And I'm just gonna tap her off. And I'm gonna go to the side, and I will do this with my client as well. You should have a gloved finger technically, but I'm gonna use my bare finger. And I go to the side, and any paillettes, which are the pieces of glitter that are sticking up, I just tap them down to make them flat into that gel layer, because then I don't have as much buffing that I'm gonna have to do. So I'm just pressing any little pieces that are sticking straight up. So now you can see from the side view, I don't really have anybody sticking up. And because it's a tip, you may have one or two pieces that are gonna hang off the side, but on your client, it's not gonna settle in their sidewalls and stuff, but you just don't want any guys sticking up. And then you're just gonna go ahead and cure that. So then